Okay, I'm so confused. Wait a second. Last week we were walking home, and you said you were there for 14 days. You're going to be there for 14 days.
Yeah, but I wasn't sure on that. So it turned out to be 7. There was a little scandal, and there was a scandal, but I stayed one place for 7 days. I was going to crash here for 2. I was going to stay with another friend for 5. And now it just all worked out easier. And,
okay, because you told me it was 14, and then all of a sudden you said, oh, there's a change of plans. So something happened that went from 14 to 7. I thought maybe you got in a fight with them or something. Maybe you brought over some.
No, they said a few days.
So I thought maybe like some of your porn friends showed up and that freaked them out, and they said, you know what, Levy, I think it's best if you just leave it.
I was teaching Alexander technique in the street, and like a lot of the neighbors thought it was really weird, and like they hated my van.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And also I pulled my massage table out, and I set it up on the sidewalk. I was working with my practice student there on the sidewalk. Okay. And a lot of the neighbors thought that was really weird. Not to mention that I could have gotten a ticket from the cops.
So there was some drama going on. I knew there was something that they wanted you out. Okay, so you went out, and then you went to some other.
And I was always on their computer.
Like, that was
like
another thing.
6:45, they'd be getting up, and I'd be there on their computer.
All right, so you got on the people's nerves is what happened. And then you wonder why it was, Rabs has ground rules, right? Because you go to somebody's house and you drive them fucking crazy. They want you out. I want to set you up in a situation that you'll succeed in when you're here, and I won't want you out, because you know the rules up front, rather than just going in here and just driving me crazy. Okay, quick shout out to everybody in the chat room. We got Esther Habe, Henry's in there, the Lakewood Rob, and Tuck the Penguin, who says hi.
Hi, Tuck. So,
you know Tuck?
No.
Okay, I wanted to talk about computer. I'm walking Levy home. After the show last Monday night, and he just moved into this new place. And we're walking down the street, and he tells me that he doesn't have any computer access because at this new place. So he's wondering what to do with the computer. And I'm telling him you should go to the library. You should go to the library because they have free internet access there, right? Mm-hmm. And the next thing I know, like the next day, he's on the internet. He's posting away. He's like, he's on his blog because you actually had a blog post how difficult it is to be offline. You're completely offline. Well, starting the next day, he was online like 12 hours a day. I mean, the guy was like posting all day long. You could send him an email anytime. I'm figuring, okay, he won't see that till tomorrow at the library. It's like 4 minutes later, I get a response. It's like Levy was piling away. He's on the internet. He's posting blogs. He's doing everything, right? And I'm like, well, how the hell does he do this? Is he at the library? And the answer is...
Well, when the 8-year-old daughter was done with the computer, I just went on it and hugged it. And I jumped on it early in the morning if they didn't lock the door. I was able to sneak into the main house and jump on the computer like first thing in the morning. And there was one very awkward moment the Yom Kippur afternoon.
Yeah.
I just came back from shul, and I think maybe the walk had really exercised my my muscles, and so I had a sudden need to do a number 2. And the main house was locked, and I couldn't make it back to shul.
Okay, what happened?
And the library was shut. So I found a paper bag.
Oh, dude, this is the lowest moment in Torah Talk's history.
And then I had to aim into the paper bag. It was very awkward, and I was thinking, here I am, the moral leader. It's Yom Kippur. This is to be a time of spiritual highs, and I am being humiliated by my lower nature, trying to aim myself into this paper bag, and then get rid of it. Trying to hide it in the trash so it doesn't, it's not odoriferous and it doesn't create drama. Maybe this is why I was asked. And have you ever tried to aim a number 2 into a paper bag? It's it's really awkward. I mean, because it just doesn't go as you'd think it would. The trajectory is not one I'm really accustomed to thinking about and aiming in that way.
Why couldn't you go to the shul?
Because I didn't need to when I was at the shul. I walked home, and then suddenly my bowels started protesting that they needed to evacuate. And so I go to the main house, and the door's locked, no one's home, and like, oh, where can I find one of those Ralph's bags? They're good for that. Like
I've got plenty of those Ralph
A lot
bags.
of people diss the Ralph bags, but you ever need to do a number 2.
I'm going to set you up right now.
And the people in the main house, they've locked the door, and it's like there's nowhere else you can go. Well, you just grab a Ralph's bag, but the aim is really tricky because the trajectory is just not what you would expect.
Here's a Ralph's bag.
Thank you.
And
this is good.
Let me show the people what a Ralph's bag looks like. Folks, this is a Ralph's bag because it says Ralph's on it. Okay, that's Ralph's.
But it's really hard to aim. Like you think, how could you go wrong? But when you're squatting, like it's hard to like fully open it up, right? Because you're in this awkward squat, and you're like trying to open up the bag, and the trajectory just is quite unexpected, and like you got the bag there, and
So Esther 92 says, "Hey Esther," she says, "This is doing wonders for your search for a wife, Luke."
Luckily, there was no toilet paper in the restroom where I am because you're not supposed to do a number 2 there. But luckily, I had white paper towels.
Oh, okay. So did the people, is that the reason why you were kicked out? Let me just get to the bottom line. Is that the reason why you were kicked out?
I thought I'd aimed better than I had.
Oh no.
Because that trajectory is just not expected the way it kind of goes off to the side. And I'm like, it's not like you're not holding it like this. You're squatting over and you're just trying to do the best you can, like with, and like it's kind of thrown. You get faulty sensory perception because you've like rearranged your limbs and you're just kind of squatting over this paper bag trying to hold it open, and then the trajectory just takes you by surprise.
Okay, so there's that. So now we know that
I wasn't pissing in the bag. God forbid, it was a number 2.
You know, it's funny. It's funny. This
and I'm eating a lot of raw oats all week, just like nothing but raw oats and almond milk. And I'm thinking, here I am, the moral leader. It's like I'm glad I didn't videotape it because of Yom Kippur.
You can keep that bag. Okay, now here's the thing. Okay, and I'm gonna be honest here. This segment started 20 minutes ago. Yeah, by the way, the Lakewood Rob has a good point. This is what Goyish of veganism gets you. This segment started 20 minutes ago with you actually, complaining about the fact that I have ground rules and I want the place OCD clean. Because I'm dealing with a guy who is like a homeless guy. He takes a shit in a bag, okay? I don't want you taking a shit in a bag in my apartment. I think I have a right to say, I don't want a guy taking a shit in a bag in my apartment. And I don't care who he is, okay? So I feel as I'm paying enough rent that I shouldn't have to deal with cleaning up the feces of a guy who can't hit the bag, okay? I don't want that in my apartment, right?
So, folks, if you eat a diet of raw oats due to you're moving, you don't want to eat the food, you don't want to impinge too much on your host, so you want to eat your own food as much as possible. You eat like a steady diet of raw oats for a few days, even if you cut out the Metamucil and the fruit. Like, be prepared that when that's coming, that's really coming, and you better have a place to put it, or you're going to be in deep doo-doo.
Hey, Be Loved the Champ likes you this time. Brett, we love you. Thanks for joining the chat. Okay, can we move on to the next topic, or do we have that covered? So are you set up for the next 7 days with these new people?
Yeah, and I can do a number 2 anytime I want.
Just don't tell them this story.
And I can just hit flush and then away it goes. I don't have to worry about aiming or where's a good Ralph's bag when you need one. Like I am on cloud 9.
Perfect. So you have indoor plumbing.
Indoor plumbing.
And you have internet.
Oh yeah.